Hiya there, Lily here again. Today we're continuing with Undead Unluck Episode 4. I would love it if you subscribed. Let's get right into it. The intro sequence has a callback to Shen, and supposedly another member of the organization, and Shen thinks they can take on Gina, the pink-haired agent introduced last episode. Gina was the person who oversaw his capture 50 years ago when she was only 16. She's now 66, and not showing it at all because Fuko thought they were the same age. She seems to be able to have telekinesis and the ability to create force fields, which makes her a formidable enemy. Who acts like a spoiled brat obsessed with undead all the time. She even threatens Fuko that she fell in love with him first. Gina delivers blow after blow. Her power is impressive. She can freeze stuff, levitate stuff, create invisible stairs and invisible force fields. Andy thinks she can harden whatever material at her disposal, mainly water. Andy is escaping her attacks and dodging masterfully, but Gina points out he's getting unnecessarily hurt because he has to protect Fuko. Gina is actually glad that Undead managed to ill Void in Episode 2, because the open seat means that Undead can finally join them, and Gina has been longing for that ever since. She fell in love with him in the 10 years he was captured, and he promised her a rematch one day. Undead realizes he needs to figure out what she negates so they can fight her. So he bullet bodies his heat above them and make it rain blued, mapping out Gina's force fields. Her ability is to control the change of an object, its variations in form, unchange, and then Andy's head burrows underneath Fuko's shirt and grows his body in her embrace, which, although probably panics Fuko to hell, most likely leads to a catastrophic bout of unluck. But then, Gina accuses Fuko of seducing him with her melons. God, this is ridiculous. But Gina's mission is simple. She wants Undead to come with her, but not Fuko. And Undead's mission is to kill her, to open up another seat. But she's powerful, and they have to zoom around the place, dodging her massive, invisible attacks, until Fuko notices that she doesn't run towards them, no matter how slow she is. She can't. And Undead thinks that the globe force field around her isn't 100%. They need to find the weak spot in her armor and exploit it. Gina goes on a direct attack, lunges right for him with an air blade, ready to cut Fuko down. Their only advantage is that they can now see her attacks and force field thanks to Undead's blood, which colored the whole lake in a deep, ominous red. In their struggle to run across the lake, Fuko spots a possible airship, a UFO as they call it. And Undead has a plan. He's been having skin-on-skin contact with Fuko for an enormous amount of time, ever since he got under her shirt, and he hasn't let up yet. If Undead finds a way through her force field, he can bring all of that unluck down on them and defeat them. They notice that at the base, if her feet, the force field is empty, a small gap where Undead can barely fit his head in. After a stunt where they blind her covering her in blood, Undead, with Fuko's help, finally manages to sneak through the breach. This is step 1. And because his head is detached, he's now carrying all the unluck he saved so far. There's one crucial notion that they've noticed before. Flash bombs work on her, light passes through. So when Undead's head latches onto Gina, he gets the unluck he hoped for. The passing UFO they spotted earlier delivers a massive beam of light that ends the fight. Gina is beaten and dying. She finally has to accept that she never did change. Not herself nor actions changed anything. Change is good. She could just never be a part of it. And that is her final thought as she lets go and the agency's anti-aging serum wears off and she's slowly slipping away. And Undead says goodbye to her with a hug and a meaningful kiss. Fuko is conflicted. They fought to survive, but seeing Gina die left a mark on her. She's supposed to get used to this on the path they've chosen for themselves. And this was Episode 4. I loved it. I was at the edge of my seat, and I hoped you loved it too. Don't forget to like and subscribe to grow our little lounge bigger and bigger. Oh, and I have an Instagram now. Well, that's it from me. See you in the next one. Lily out.